There we go. I should be back online. Yeah, I accidentally hit stop streaming instead of, window capture. Okay, there we go. Alright, so these are Revy's Rogue Trader kill team. We got a Dark Eldar elf riding a cold one. Is that cold one carrying a splinter rifle? Okay. I like the use of the the back-facing sword. So why is the cold one carrying a splinter rifle exactly? Because it's counting as a jet bike. Okay. Because I gotta be honest, what it's making me think of is this.
In a distant time and faraway place, the planet of New Texas floats deep in space. Sky of three suns, land of precious ore. The Carrium Rush brought outlaws by the score.
God, I forgot how long this intro was.
With powers of hawk, wolf, puma, and bear. Protector of peace, mystic man from afar. Champion of justice.
Come on, where's the damn horse? There we go. Yeah, there we go. The horse with the gun. That's what that's reminding me of. Alright, how does this look glued together? Why do you dislike doing a window capture? Okay, what do we got? Looks pretty good. I mean, like I said before, you've got a good even layer of paint down, a little bit of highlighting around the eyes. And I just noticed that it's still cutting off, isn't it? Oh, well, for anyone who happens to be, what's that word? Sensitive to pulsing lights. Let me see if I can completely kill you tonight. Okay, there we go. Alright, so where was I? Alright. So, yeah, like I was saying before, you've got a very smooth, even layer of color down. Epileptic. There you go. Yeah, I have no idea if that's how you spell it either, but yeah, that's the word I was looking for. There we go. We've got spell check Revi on hand. But yeah, like I was saying, you've got a good even layer of paint down. Looks smooth. Really good foundation to build up from. Yeah. Yeah. Overall, an excellent start. And speaking of start, yeah, one of the downsides of dry brushing is it causes the paint on your brush to dry out super fast. Mostly because there's almost no paint on the brush, but, you know, same point. Well, I mean, from there, what you would want to do is build up a combination of highlights and shading to create shadows and raised areas. On the blue, I would give it a once over with do. I gotta stop and think my colors for a minute. Where's my iPad? Do. Okay, iPad, what are you doing? There we go. Books. Let me see. The ultramarines have a pretty solid blue to them. Wow, my iPad is so heading for a restore. So yeah, on the blue areas, I would look at giving it a wash with Drakenhof Nightshade, and then building up the edges of the blue armor with lighter colors of blue. So that way it'll help build up the 3D effect and look, well, more like armor and less like plastic. Well, acrylic really, but same point. Yeah, pretty much what Revy wow, I cannot talk tonight. What Revy said. Hang on, let me pull it up on my other computer where the monitor's not competing with the light. Oh, balls. I forgot my other computer isn't the login one. It's Revy, where are you? There you are. OneDrive. Move a shortcut in there. Thank you. Alrighty, let me pull it up my other system. Okay. Alright, so I've got it up on my other system, so it's not, my screen isn't competing with my lamps. And yeah, I would definitely do another wash of Nightshade, especially around the joints and where pieces meet, like the gauntlets, the feet, areas like that. Understandable. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me. Keep an eye out for the next time I'm streaming, which right now is scheduled Wednesday from 9 to 11 Eastern. Or Eastern Time. There's no particular time to join. You know, whenever you come in, it's fine. Gold bones. Of course, then again, the Imperial Fists are into scrimshawing, so I guess it could work. Do you have important life things happening this Sunday? Because I'd love to see you in the D&D stream I'm in if you want to. This coming Sunday... I want to say I have work this coming Sunday, but I've also got classes coming up, and I've kind of lost track of what day is what. This coming Sunday, I have work until 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So depending on what time your stream is, I may be able to be there for part of it. Yeah, I'm studying. I'm kind of sick and tired of the job that I presently have, and I would like to finish my degree and get a real job. So, but yeah, like I said, depending on what time the stream is, I might be able to be there for at least part of it. Ow. I'm working on getting my degree in information technology and computers. More specifically, web design and web development. Yep. Despite being in my 30s, I have yet to finish my associate's degree. Because I was stupid and thought I could actually work my way into a good job. Thank you, Bosick. Thank you, Bo. I'm just using shorted nicknames for everyone. Because evidently my mouth does not want to actually speak what my brain is processing. And I don't remember if I said it or not. Welcome to the channel. By all means, share away. The only thing to remember is the way I've got my bot set up is I will see the link, but it will not be displayed in the chat room. That's the only thing. But I will happily pull up a website and show it on the stream, as long as you're okay with that. Okay. Thank you for the follow, E. Martino. Alright, both site. What do we got? Stop flickering, Chrome. Alrighty. Let's see what we have to see. Ooh, Necrons. Is that glowing crystal effect paint or... Okay, that's paint. Wow. Very nice. He also converted the... oh, what are those things called on the corners? The gauze flux arcs? Gauze cannons? God, I haven't read the Necron Codex in a while. I can't remember what the heck those things are called on the corners. But yeah, I love the contrast between the black and the glowing bits. And I think my mouse is starting to go. Yeah, and he did them on the sides too. That crystal up top is just amazing. In a couple of these shots, that crystal honestly looks like it's hot. Like it would be hot to the touch. I got a little source lighting up top. I like that. That's a nice touch. Ooh. That is a really cool effect, having all the a lot of the brightness concentrated in the top of the in the crystal. Largely fades out as you move out. Thank you for the host, Shrunken Terra. Fades out, kind of gets processed in here, and then goes to the cannons. Very nice. Oh, and I couldn't see the radiators before. Those carry the red motif too. Very nicely done, Bo. I also like the background on your website. And this is not a criticism. This is just a thought that I'm having looking at the coloring of it. Something I would probably have tried to do is replace the portal piece. So instead of it being the swirling vortex, it would be a fiery, basically like a fire in a contained space where the Necron is just stepping out of the fire. Alright, I gotta get the blacks finished on these tonight. Well, the big thing is everything else is this kind of contained fire look kind of going on, which is great. You know, I'm not saying anything negative about it. And then you get to the portal, which the coloring works fine, but the whole idea of fire evokes a certain mental image. And it's one that if you kind of did as like the Necron is raising out of the fire, I think it would work to complement the imagery and the colors very, very well. I mean, the Necrons are already, the 40k equivalent of the undead. And Space Tomb Kings, even though that's supposed to be the Thousand Suns. Copying bastard robots, just taking everything else that's good. Alrighty. I know I said I was going to be streaming until midnight tonight, but I feel kind of bad if I cut out at midnight because Shrunken Terra just started hosting me a couple minutes ago. So I'm going to keep going for probably another hour. So about 1 a.m. my time. I need a detail brush for that. Yeah, don't even act like you're disappointed, Revy. I've seen you hanging upside down outside of my window at night. Hey, what? Uh-huh. And yet, you still do. As long as you don't involve chloroform, you're generally alright on that front. Yeah, that's definitely a stinky cheese kind of moment. Maybe a little Rochefort. Limburger, perhaps. I also found the perfect storm shield for my dinosaur rider marines, namely Tau drone top thingies. There was a conversion I saw. God, I'm trying to remember if it was an orc bike or a chaos biker, but the hubcaps for the bike were actually Tau drones. Actually, a conversion I've had sitting on my shelf for a while. A Dark Adeptus hover tank. Ow, what am I stepping on? Here we go. Yeah, this guy here. Yeah. Where's that? Okay. I had to get 10 pairs of Tau drones for the hover units on the tread section. Oops. Oh. Yeah, I am the one that has all the leftover bits. Yeah, I'm the dude that I had an idea for an Abaddon conversion. And to get the right bit, I bought an entire Chaos Space Marine Terminator box set. Yeah, oh no, I definitely, I get the bits, that's for sure. A number of years ago, there was a semi-local gaming store that did these bit grab bags. They're basically bags about yay big, completely black. You could not see into them, but they would hold, I think it was about 1.5 pounds of bits total. Maybe a little bit more, I'm not totally sure. But the whole thing was you bid on the bag of bits, and you got whatever you got. And I was one of the people who bid quite heavily. Like, I would bid on a lot of 10 bags for $50. Yeah, it was a great way for the shop to make money. But yeah, like, just, because of that kind of mindset of never throwing away extra pieces and, the mystery bags and all that, I have so many freaking bits. Yeah, but like, I would open the bags and I'd have like, 3 left sides of Space Marine bike bodies, 11 Power Fists, 2 Carnifex heads, more bolters than you could shake a stick at, 11 Space Marine torso fronts, 2 pairs of Terminator legs. And it was just, whatever you got is what you got. You gotta love magnets. Damn, I need a fething chaos saw to carve the cold one to fit the space. Huh? Kaon saw. You mean like a jeweler saw? Oh, chainsaw. You might want to try doing it the other way. Instead of cutting the cold one to fit the Space Marine legs, fit the Space Marine legs to the cold one. Actually, I did a conversion with a Juggernaut, where I did something like that. I think I've got a picture of it in my slideshow there. The Blood Angel Terminators, Cyber Space Wolves. Come on, I'm sure I've got it in there somewhere. Yeah, my Death Watch Marine. Another version of my Death Watch Marine. The Marauder I was working on a couple weeks ago. The Thunderbolt that I made years ago. Come on, come on. The Dark Adeptus Combat Constructs. Ow. The Demonic Warp Talons. There we go, the Corn Lord on Juggernaut. If you look at it, what I did was I took the lower torso, or the lower legs, and segmented them at the hips. Mounted the groin on top of the saddle, and then reattached the legs and used green stuff to fill in the details of the ribbed armor and such. You'll probably have more luck and less headache cutting the legs to fit the cold one rather than cutting the cold one to fit the legs. I am painting Chaos Space Marines, and wow, my lamp is just not giving out the light it's supposed to be. Alright, catch you later, Revy. In response to your question, Gabriel, welcome to the channel, by the way. I am painting Chaos Space Marines from my own concept of the Brass Legion. Let me see if I can get them to focus. I guess that's about the best focus I can get on here at the moment. So, but the idea is they are basically bronze statues that have been infused with a soul of a Chaos Thrall. So they actually animate the statue. So that gives the Sorcerer, this dude, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the light. Actually, shit, I can't do that without stopping the, little bit, yeah, a little bit like Thousand Suns. And unfortunately, I can't adjust the, exposure on this camera without shutting down the stream. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just gonna have to deal with the lighting. Actually, wait, maybe not. I mean, I've got two articulated lamps here. Come Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, I think that's about the best I can do right now. There we go. But yeah, they are somewhat like Thousand Suns, and I'm actually considering using them as counts as Thousand Suns. But I am also considering counts as Plague Marines as well. The skulls are, well, they're two-part. The skull itself is from Dragonforge, while the flame effect is green stuff that I sculpted on. I'm just taking a break from doing the green details on my new Necron army. You going for the classic dark metal with green details or something different? Nothing wrong with the classics. I started a Necron army a while ago. Well, started isn't really the right word. I mean, I bought the Start Collecting set and painted it. And that's about as far as I got with it. But the big thing that I did was Necrons. Nobody paints Necrons. It depends on how you count painting. I mean, if you want to be cheap, you just buy a can of metallic spray paint, some black ink, and go to town with that. But for the Necrons I did, I tried to make them a brighter kind of color scheme, less iron kind of color and more silver kind of color. And I replaced the green with yellow. If I do Necrons, I'll only do a kill team for now. Well, kill teams are a good way to start, Revy. I bought 20 warriors, 5 death marks, a ghost arc, and 10 lich guard. Not a bad core. Oh, just today. Well, I mean, still, that's a pretty solid core of an army. Yeah, but yeah, when I do my stream, what is my next day? My brain does not want to work. What is my next scheduled streaming day? Wednesday. When I do my streaming on Wednesday, I'll have some slideshows set up of some of my Necrons and some of my other models, so I can show those in addition to just, sitting here painting my stuff, obviously.
Seal up what the seven brothers said.
Thank you for the follow, Gabriel. It is always appreciated. Gonna give Lich Guard shields or can openers. Given the jokes about Necrons, asking if giving him can openers sounds vaguely carnal. You doing like the, also they can't have to sprue terribly. I've run into that a couple times with various models. Are you doing like the extreme highlighting on the edges? First is the etching glow. Oh! Send down some Vallejo light green and running it through. What's the coverage like on the Vallejo light green? I haven't worked with that before. Oh Lord, I cannot believe I did not do the shading on the base for my sorcerer. To me, the swords took the most work to make look good. And then coming off well, same as any other color, to be honest. Okay, that's good to know. If I ever do a light green color scheme with something, I'll probably give Vallejo a try. Yeah, ever since I started airbrushing, I've been using Vallejo surface primers. Which reminds me, I need to get a new bottle of black. I'm almost out. I've heard people say that. I haven't really worked with enough different paints to say whether I agree with it or not. Though GW whites are very annoying. I've honestly never found a white, or a yellow for that matter, that isn't annoying. Although I need to decide on a color for Arin's robe. I may do green. And what do you guys think? Well, yeah, it's going to be kind of a poor question because lighting. Let me see what I can do about that. I was going to ask, what kind of color do you think would work best for the robe as a contrast to the bronze? But again, the metallic is reflecting a lot of light and screwing with the camera. White is a terrible color. I'm going to assume you meant to say for paints. Gabriel? Blue goes great with bronze, really pops. I'll give that a shot. Calgar Blue, where are you? Wow, I did not mean for that to rhyme. Alrighty. Go with some of the old school GW foundation paint, Mortian blue. I'm getting close to finishing my Necron army, still undecided for my next project. There you go, Revy. Someone else you can go gaga crazy for Sisters over. I hope until then I'll be finished with my Knights of Omega. I'm thinking Age of Sigmar. Hey, whatever floats your boat, Revy. Yeah, I've already got a copy of Burning of Prospero reserved at my local game shop. I haven't yet decided whether I'm going to build the Space Wolves as Space Wolves or conscript them into my Chaos Forces. Yet, I still got a little while to decide. The new forest dude sculpts are crazy. Oh, they're blah. What do they call them now? Not the forest, not the wood elves. Blah. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, them. Thank you, Mr. Scary Jamaican Assassin Dude. What? Sorry for the terrible typing on mobile. No worries, Gabriel. There's certainly worse typos. I mean, hell, and then you have me trying to speak. It's been ages since someone got my name. What, the dude from StarCraft 2? Like, is that supposed to be like a hidden character or something? I mean, I loved what they started to hint at that they were doing with the Tosh character in StarCraft 2. It just never felt like they actually did it. Which is one of those things that kind of annoyed me. Yeah, he was heavily involved in the campaign, but I mean, like, the story element that he brought to it, the specters, and basically putting the question up of who do you ally with against your enemy, like, it never really seemed to get, you know, drawn out or considered or anything. It was just, yeah, you know, I'm going to use the guys that I got. Thanks for telling me. And I'm like, that's it? Really? Okay, Revy, calm down. Yeah, I know Nova. Yeah, like Nova shows up briefly in Legacy of the Swarm. Or Heart of the Swarm, or whatever the Zerg one was called. I can't think straight right now. But, yeah, I've gone through and played. Wings of Liberty like 20 times. And no matter what, just, yeah, after Wings of Liberty, Tosh is like, see ya. Yeah, he never shows. What was that bone recipe I really liked? Rakarth flesh. Agrexar shade. Non-Puritan, super liberal inquisitors called again? You mean the radical? You mean the radical inquisitors? Or are you referring to the specific sect, the Istvanians? Well, the entire concept behind the Istvanians are, the human race has to be at war to advance. We advance best through struggle and hardship where the weak are weeded out. And they saw the, entire firebomb or virus bombing of Istvan as a cleansing. Yeah, the Puritans and the radicals. Or at least the radicals are the only other ones that I've known of. Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, you have multiple different factions inside of the Inquisition, each of them pursuing their own agenda, their own values, how they think it's best to do their job. But they basically fall into two broad categories: the Puritans and the Radicals. The Puritans are basically the ones that say chaos in all forms must be fought and destroyed, while the Radicals are like, no, chaos is simply a manifestation of energy and power, and if properly used, it can be a benefit to mankind. And then you've got all kinds of sub-groups within those. but there is not a organization within the Inquisition called radicals. There are multiple different groups that could be described as radicals. Yes, now that we've finished that particular fluff history lesson. Alrighty. Okay. Well, if you remember the other half, by all means speak up. So. So, anyway, some of the other projects that are on my desk for future sessions. Forge World, Karn. You know, basically the little brother to the 40k Karn. So, I'll probably be working on him in the next couple of weeks. Ow! Stop it! Stop poking me. Actually, move over here so you don't poke me. Lord Gaudenzor. I'm probably going to work on painting him sometime before Christmas. What else do I have? I mean, I got all kinds of other stuff on my workbench. Yeah, something about Trader's Bane you want to say, Rivy? Yeah. At some point after the new year, I'll probably do a live stream doing the painting of the Death Watch Overkill box set. Or I'll just jump straight to the burning of Prospero. One of the fun things about being undecided, you get to decide. Is there any other type of kill team besides personal? I would still say that's going to be your personal kill team, even if it is composition based.
Seal up what the Seven Thunders said.
Thank you for the follow, Pittsburgh Penguins. I now have this incredibly amusing mental image of being followed around by an army of penguins. Maybe I could be the new penguin in the Batman movie. Hello, Pittsburgh. Welcome to the chat. Welcome back, Bo. Occasionally. I mean, the entire thing is about modeling, not just particular models. I can say I do have an A10 Warthog sitting up there that I haven't touched. Did a Colonial Viper, Scope Dog, bunch of Gundam models. I've got that Mark 1 F-22. You're just really hung up on that whole ragtag rail rifle thing, aren't you? And that's fine. More power to you, Revy. Alrighty, guys. I am basically going to call it a night at this point. Been fun. Basically, it was streaming about an hour longer than I had originally planned to tonight. But, as you can see, got a fair amount of work done on my Brass Legion. Yes, Revy, I do need to actually sleep at some point. Despite my overwhelming arrogance, I do have to admit to physical requirements. I'd have to see the model kit before I could really offer any kind of tips about it. The only thing I can really say without seeing the kit is, since it's a resin model, either when you sand down the edges and are cutting it, make sure you're either in a sealed room with goggles and a respirator-equipped mouth and nose mask, or use sandpaper designed for, wet sanding, and keep it very, very wet. Hell, try sanding it underwater if you can get good heavy grade of sandpaper, because the big thing is you don't want the resin dust getting into your lungs. That gets very nasty. Beyond that, I would have to really kind of see the model. It depends on how it's designed and how it's intended to go together. So, but if you want to toss me some pics, or toss the pics up on, a photo site or photo bucket or something like that, and toss me a link, I'll be happy to look over them and give them some advice. But with that, thank you all for joining me. I hope I will see you again. What's my next stream? Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, from 9 to 11, or 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for joining me.